what's up everybody? It's your girl Merle and welcome to today. How are we? Yeah, I got some of that going on too. Well, hopefully I can brighten your day a little bit because we're gonna be doing a recipe that has been inundating my DMs. Hello. Basically, if you guys were the village people and I was the queen, you were bursting down the doors. You're ramming your tourniquet? That's not what it's called. A bolster? I have no idea. You really want me to do this recipe. Our dear friend Vegan Scratch Kitchen has come out with an absolute club banger in the world of vegan cheese. He made a single ingredient vegan Parmesan, minus the ingredients that go into the marinade. It counts. And that single ingredient is, drumroll please, tempeh. Yes, that's right. Vegan Tempeh Parmesan. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this recipe, I thought, that's not gonna work. I did. I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. Then everybody went hog wild in my DMs, and so I thought, well, maybe I should give it a try. And then I remembered, obviously I'm gonna be in safe hands because Vegan Scratch Kitchen gave me my all-time favorite vegan Parmesan recipe. The man knows his vegan cheese. And honestly, all you have to do is go to the comment section of this video and you'll see all the heavy hitters down there freaking out. Because honestly, it is such a cool concept. If it works, I'll be elated. Now in the video, he said that the tempeh makes sense because it's a fermented food and it also grates up real nice and it has that sort of firm but bouncy texture that Parmesan has. I say we strap on our parachute, hop out of the plane, let's go. Let's do this. So the first thing we're gonna do is get some water boiling in this big old pot. I preheated some water in my electric kettle. Shout out to Derek Sarno for being the reason I even own an electric kettle. If you guys haven't checked out the video where I ate like a professional vegan chef for a day, you totally should. This in itself has been such a game changer. It saves me so much time, I can't even tell you. It takes like 4 minutes for this thing to boil, compared to 15 minutes it would have taken on the stove. Now we're gonna generously salt this pot. That's pretty generous. Okay, so this is tempeh. Some of you may not be familiar. Let me introduce you. Okay, that was insanely awkward. One of you could have said something. What's tempeh? I'm glad you asked. Now this might sound a little bit crazy. So it's made from soybeans and it's fermented with a healthy mold. Yeah. It's been a staple in Indonesian diets for centuries. Tempeh is a complete protein, which means that it contains all of the 9 essential amino acids that your body needs. It's also high in iron, fiber, calcium, B vitamins. Need I say more? I mean, are you sold on it yet or what? Kind of makes you forget about the whole mold thing, right? And for those of you who soy is tricky for you to digest, since it's fermented, it's actually easier to digest than other soy products. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna slice our tempeh into 4 little wedges. Mine is shaped differently, I think, than the one he used. If I try to do like one super long one, I could, but I feel like it'll be really hard to grate. So I think if I do 4, if I split it and do 4, first of all, the smaller pieces might absorb the marinade better, which could be great. And second of all, it might just be easier to grate. Isn't that great? All right, so now we've got them in these little triangles. These are so cute. And I'm gonna pop these in the salted water and we're gonna let those boil for about 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure that this step is because when you boil tempeh, it removes some of the bitterness that tempeh inherently has in it. Okay, so now we're going to mix together our marinade. Pretty simple marinade. So we're gonna use the juice of 2 lemons. So I'm gonna slice my lemons in half. I'm gonna juice them, pour them into our container. Then we're gonna add in 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. He said this in the video, I'll reiterate it now. Apple cider vinegar and the lemon juice are gonna bring the tanginess to the recipe. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of miso paste. He used 2 tablespoons of white miso paste. I don't have white miso paste because more is more for me when it comes to umami flavor, so I almost exclusively get red miso paste. So I'm just gonna use 1 tablespoon. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and 3 tablespoons of salt. Now wait a minute, before you say, whoa, that's a lot of salt. Part of the reason you love cheese is because it's got a ton of salt in it. I'm just gonna put that out there. And this is the marinade. This isn't going like, you're not like eating 3 tablespoons of salt. Wanna get ahead of that comment. We're gonna add in 1/3 of a cup of water and then we're gonna mix all of that together. And of course, the miso paste, the salt, the nutritional yeast, that's gonna bring the nice umami flavor, and in the case of the nutritional yeast, the cheesy flavor. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna drain our tempeh. Oh gosh, does it kind of like with all the steam look like I'm like, my hair is blowing through the wind on the plains, like Outlander or something? It didn't look like that, did it? Felt like it. We've got our tempeh all boiled up and drained. So we're just gonna add the tempeh to our brine. Okay, so I got them in our container. I wish this container was a little bit smaller so it could cover them all the way. We're gonna let it sit in the fridge overnight and soak in all of that goodness. I think what I'm gonna do, honestly, I'll just wait till the end of the day today and I'll flip them over so that they get like a good 8 to 10 to 12 hours on each side. Here we go. I will see you tomorrow. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, man, vegan Parmesan, that's something I don't have around very often. I don't even know where to start. Where do I find good vegan brands? Well, I've got the answer, and the answer is Hungryroot. And they're the sponsor of today's video. Hungryroot is the easiest way to eat healthy. They're basically like your personal shopper and nutritionist wrapped into one. They actually take care of the weekly meal planning and grocery shopping for you, and they even deliver it right to your door. They recommend healthy groceries and recipes, new vegan brands and products, and they do it all tailored to your tastes and preferences and your nutrition goals. For example, I tell them I'm vegan and trying to get a decent amount of protein. So sometimes I get vegan protein shakes I haven't heard of before. All of the meals that are planned for me include some solid plant-based protein element in them. So it's great. It's whatever you want it to be. You quickly fill out their online questionnaire, takes like 3 minutes, and it just helps them understand your needs and goals with your shopping list and weekly meals. All of Hungryroot's recipes are balanced and most of them can be made in 15 minutes or less. So now you can take advantage of their exclusive offer. For a limited time, you can get 40% off your first box with Hungryroot. Plus, you'll get a free item in every box for life. Click the link below or go to hungryroot.com, or you can scan the QR code and use code MERLE for 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. All right, let's get back to the video. Okay, it's the next day. This vegan parm has been marinating overnight. So let's take it out of the fridge. And basically what we're gonna do is we're going to dry it out. We're gonna essentially dehydrate it at 170 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 76 degrees Celsius for about 2 hours. Let's get it out of the fridge. Here you are. I did flip it so it got some even marinating action in the brine here. So let's transfer it over to a baking sheet. Gonna put some parchment paper on there to keep it cleaner. This thing has been through it. Probably should have done this earlier in the lifetime of this pan. They look like they've absorbed stuff, you know? They look like marinated, like evenly marinated. I feel good about it, basically. All right, That's a horrible noise. Away we go. The time has come, it's been in there. Now we're gonna try it out. Let's see what it looks like. Interesting, I mean, it still smells really vinegary to me, but you know what? It kind of smells like a Cheez-It. Check it out. It kind of looks like some kind of freaky cheese. All right, let's see. I wanna make sure I'm not forgetting any steps. I'm like super excited to try this, but I'm also scared because I really want it to be good. It has to be good. People were so excited about it. Okay, I'm gonna try this piece. Whoa, whew, that is salty. I need to grate it. Because I was eating the edge, and the edge is gonna be where the most salt was. Woo, okay. Grated, it's much less intense. I definitely see the Parmesan here. I see it. It's got the tanginess, it's got the saltiness. I think if I were to make this again, I personally would add less salt. Again, I'm wondering, you know what? I'm gonna slice it in half. I wanna grate some from the middle because I'm worried that I'm just getting the edges and that the edge is gonna be the saltiest part because that's like what was the most exposed to the brine. It's pretty salty throughout. I'm actually really impressed that the brine soaked through that much. Let's talk about it. It is tasty. What's not to love about salt? It's got the tanginess in abundance. I think I would use less salt because this is super salty. And also, don't forget, I had red miso paste. Even though I halved the amount, that is still way more of a powerful flavor than white miso paste. So probably partially my fault as well, but I think it'll do the exact same thing Parmesan does, which is just give this bold flavor. I love that it's the one simple ingredient plus the brine. Likeness to Parmesan, I'm gonna give it a 7.6 out of 10. The texture obviously isn't exactly the same because it's tempeh and it's got a crunch to it. And it is a little bit hard to grate because it does, you know, kind of fall apart into these bigger crumbly pieces, but that's not a bad thing. Like, honestly, I'm about that. I don't mind that at all. Like, it's really yummy. I think it's just the amount of salt was overwhelming at first, but that's easily remedied by just using less salt. I definitely want to try this on pasta though. I feel like I can't fully grate it until we try it on pasta. And I happen to be making a pasta recipe for another video, so I'm gonna grate this up. I'm gonna try it on the pasta, and then we'll do this again. All right, let's try it with the pasta. You just have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, I got some pasta. Ooh, it definitely has the Parmesan effect. It's definitely more subtle when you have it topping something else. When you have it on its own, it's really intense. But I'd say as a Parmesan substitute, I really enjoy it. Likeness to Parmesan, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because like the texture is not exactly like, obviously it's not gonna melt. And realistically, the flavor is pretty intense, but it does have the same notes. It's just not identical. I love that it's a single ingredient and that it's like a healthy single ingredient. I think it tastes really good. I already mentioned that I would probably do slightly less salt in the future, but I love this as a way to eat tempeh. It's perfect on top of the pasta. If I used the white wheat miso paste like he did and added a little less salt, just a little bit, I think I could slice this up really small and add it to like soups as well. Here's one thing I'll say. It's not gonna fool a non-vegan. Like it won't. I think this recipe is for the vegans. If you have an adventurous non-vegan that's like curious, definitely have them try it, but you're not gonna fool anyone with this, I don't think. I don't think you will. But for me, I really like it. Thank you for this recipe. All of y'all should go check out Veg Scratch Kitchen. They're making more YouTube content, so I'll link that too. And they're on Instagram. If you guys had a good time, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Drop a comment if you want. Let me know what you'd like to see next. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a beautiful week. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And you can see what this pasta is for. This is one of 3 recipes that'll be coming up. So anyway, okay, ciao for now. Oh my God, why did my voice do that? I'm editing this and this is cracking me up. Why did my voice do that? Ciao for now. So stupid. Okay, ciao for now. Bye.